All right, it's officially Men's Mental Health Month, and it's our last week.
Yeah, it's the last episode of the month, last day of the month. So,
hey, let's just start the music and let's get it going.
Audio Jungle.
All right, this is the CSRN. Hey, we got the bell and everything. All right, this is this is the CSRN podcast, our week in review, where we come to you live from Mott Branch Library. So shout out to the staff at Mott. What we're going to do right now is click on our intro video. That way you can like, subscribe, and follow. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. We'll be right back.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, the other thing that we've got to come to see now that many of us didn't see too well during the last 10 years, that is that racism
Not guilty
is still alive in American society and much more widespread.
Broke his neck after Baltimore police.
A handful of protesters, a handful of criminals and thugs who...
Many in moments of anger, many in moments of deep bitterness, engage in riots. And as long as America postpones justice, we stand in the position of having these recurrences of violence and riots over and over again. Social justice and progress are the absolute guarantors of riot prevention.
Mr. Gray's death was a homicide.
The Negro was freed from the bondage of physical slavery.
The athletes marched onto a stage.
But at the same time, the nation refused to give him land to make that freedom meaningful. Freedom without land to cultivate. Freedom and famine at the same time.
And create jobs for our people.
The Negro is to be free. He must move down into the inner resources of his own soul and sign with a pen and ink of self-assertive manhood his own Emancipation Proclamation. But I want to get the language right tonight. I want to get the language so right that everybody here will cry out, yes, I'm black, I'm proud of it, I'm black and beautiful. Individually, we are poor when you compare us with white society in America. We are poor. Collectively, we are richer than all the nations in the world with the exception of 9. That's power right there if we know how to prove it. We begin the process of building a greater economic base. And at the same time, we are putting pressure where it really hurts. We don't have to argue with anybody. We just need to go around to these stores and to these massive industries in our country. Say, God sent us by here. to say to you that you're not treating his children right. We come by here to ask you to make the first item on your agenda fair treatment where God's children are concerned. Now, if you're not prepared to do that, we do have an agenda that we must follow. And our agenda calls for withdrawing economic support from you. We mean business now, and we are determined to gain our rightful place in God's world.
Right. Welcome. We're back. This is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review, where we come to you live from Mott Branch Library. So shout out to the staff that always lays out the red, black, and green carpet for us. Let's get into some intros and get on with our show. I'm Brother Washington Muhammad, one of the co-founders of CSRN, along with Mike Leonardi and Jabril Bey. It was their idea to come up with community solidarity, and we would meet on Tuesdays and other days, but we ended up organizing some things, and Tuesday ended up being that day. And what am I wearing for today? I've got a white hat on. I've got my glasses by Optical, Twix in between. I've got my beads. And as always, I'm dedicated to respecting, protecting, and defending all Black bodies, no matter the cost, no matter the gains or loss. This is the home of Black Lives Matter and Justice or Else. And we do this for the activist culture and the protest community, where we can create our own platform, talk about the things that we want to talk about, and Jody, interview the people that
we want to interview.
Or
that want to be interviewed by us.
Right.
We're not paying nobody to be on our show. Just want to make that very clear.
That's true. All right. Yeah. Well, man. And also I'm an active registered member of the Nation of Islam here in Toledo. And later on, we'll get into the latest issue of the Final Call newspaper with the passing of Mother Khadijah Farrakhan. And let's see, what else is going on? I think that those are my introductions and my describing what I'm wearing, because some of you may be just listening to us for the first time and may not have seen us, or you might be listening because you're driving, so you should have as little distractions as you should, driving. But we're going to get into our mission statement and guiding principles after Jody introduces yourself and what you're wearing, and we'll keep it moving from there.
What's up, everybody? Jody J. Summers, child of the system, better known as Spoken Truth. Treasure and creative arm, I guess you could say.
I guess so.
The organization, and I want to say art and creating is a form of protest too, as long as you're not using AI. Okay,
now here we go. But all right. This is your time to shine.
Hey, I'm so serious on so many fronts. I've gotten a chance to absorb all the new wave of the flyers and the things and the stuff that just keeps seeping into society. And it's like, I'm never going to unfriend nobody, as I've seen a trend going around. I possibly won't be sharing your flyer unless it's community-based, then it goes to our arm.
Yeah.
But as far as art and books and stuff that I've spent my lifetime learning how to do, actually, I got something coming up with the city of Toledo in a couple of weeks for that, and learned in the trenches. Yeah, I just have no sympathy for the people who are not creative. So, but we want to thank you for coming back each and every single week. If that hurts your feelings, keep watching.
Okay.
You might find some other stuff you don't like,
all right,
and may make you rethink your view on society. Because that's really all podcasts are, is a chance to sit with two or more people,
true,
of different minded spaces and backgrounds and stuff, and try and find some communion with each other. So we thank you for watching us. We thank you for listening to us, and why we describe ourselves again, because we know some people, put us in the corner over there and just listen to us, which we prefer you do, because around this time you got sports going on, people getting off of work and all of that good stuff. I'm trying to use my hands like Brother Washington here.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I'm keeping my hands down. I'm not going to be using my hands when I'm talking. All right.
Eventually, though, I will be making a collage to put on the page of the last couple of years, and just all the different gestures.
That's crazy,
of Brother Washington. But it's a good thing. Like when I'm on stage, sometimes when I get the opportunity, I get to perform with my hands. But either way, I'm a big brown bear of a man that's covered in tattoos and crystals and stones and bones and artifacts from doing this for the past 11 years and 12 years, going into 13 years with us, of writing books, of going to different countries, of doing all the stuff I could imagine unburdened. The last couple of years, I've been trying to stay on track and be a normal person and have some responsibilities and job. But we'll talk about that later on in the show as we go into more of men's mental health. We don't have a guest today, so it's just me.
And me. All right.
So stay in, buckle in for the ride and stuff. And how do you get to this point? How do you see the world? How do you see your children? How do you see everything that's going on and still want to find space to help, space to provide for your community? Because it is not an easy job, no matter what field you're in, whether you're a creative or a mental health specialist or a doctor or a cook, a nurse, somebody that works janitorial.
That's right.
Life is not easy for none of us. And the celebrityism, that's what I'm going to call it, and the fantasy that social media provides is you don't have to be a content creator for everything. I'm sorry, we don't want to see you going to laundromat and then get mad at us because, I was going to laundromat too. Sorry I didn't see you stream. But either way, how do you get to that point? We have a mission statement.
And our guiding principles that would serve kind of as the glue and the bolts that keep everything together.
Yep. And it allows us to exist like the NAACP and other organizations of such that have gone past the people who led them into being public knowledge and everything like that. Because when me and Brother Washington are gone, I hope there'll be some different seats in this seat.
Yeah.
Some different people out there on the protest line or helping write legislation or starting their own nonprofits or making the mistakes that we have to be able to call ourselves professional.
Okay.
You don't got no mistakes behind you. I don't know if you're able to lose.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
You're doing it wrong. Yeah.
And that's the beauty of life. You're gonna lose some of them. Not everything's going to be a win. If everything's being a win, you're not trying hard enough. Big camera. Anyway, here's our mission statement, and I hope it resonates with you. I hope if you're going out into the world, even if you're, shout out to all the graduates from high school and college and stuff that are seeing the world for what it is in the job market and in the 2 years we have left with Cheeto Bag in office. Anyway.
All right.
We are the Community Solidarity Response Network of Toledo, formed on November 25th, 2014, the day after it was announced that the killer, a Ferguson, Missouri police officer of Michael Brown, an unarmed teenager, would not be indicted. We bring awareness to the injustices experienced by Black men, women, and children who are disproportionately murdered, attacked, provoked, and harassed by law enforcement. Police brutality has to end. We bring awareness to the fact that most often, police brutality goes without consequence and accountability. Police impunity has to end. We utilize the tactics of protest, civil disobedience, event disruption, and citizen advocacy to give voice to those who are otherwise voiceless. We facilitate progressive, community-based events that help foster self-development, and we discuss measures to hold local leadership, accountable to their sworn duties, be they politician, clergy, law enforcement, educators, etc., etc. We want justice, equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, yes, all, regardless of class, creed, or color. For all lives to matter, Black lives. Yes, Black lives must matter. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I am checking the comments just in case, stuff happens, but it seems like people that are listening in can listen in. So thank y'all.
Yeah. And not every week, but we try hard to take care of all the technical mistakes early or the potential mistakes early. And so far, so good. It looks like, hey, I can hear myself and others could hear us. And I wanted to get into our guiding principles because that's kind of the glue that keeps this thing together, especially when more than 3 activists come together from different things and we form one thing to do it together.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It makes sense to me. Mm-hmm. These are the CSRN guiding principles. All Black lives matter. Queer Black lives, trans Black lives, formerly and presently incarcerated Black lives, poor working class Black lives, wealthy Black lives, differently abled Black lives, Black men and women lives, immigrant Black lives, Black elderly and children lives. All Black lives matter and are the creators of this space. We throw no one under the bus. We rise together. Ashe.
Ashe.
And Ashe means one who changes a thing or one who makes a thing happen. Thriving instead of surviving. Our vision is based on the world we want, not the one we're currently in. We seek to transform, not simply react. We want our people to thrive, not just exist. Think beyond the possible. Ashe.
Ashe.
Experimentation and innovation must be built into our work. Embrace the best tools, practices, and tactics, and leave those behind that no longer serve us. Ashe.
Ashe.
Evaluation and assessment must be built into our culture. Critical reflection must be a part of all of our work. We learn from our mistakes and our victories. Ashe.
Ashe.
Principled struggle can exist in a positive environment. We must be honest with one another by embracing direct, loving communication. Ashe.
Ashe.
Love, self-love is practiced in every element of all we do. Love and self-love must be a driver of our work and an indicator of our success. Without this principle and without healing, we will harm each other and undermine our movement. Ashe.
Ashe.
360-degree vision. We honor past struggles and wisdom from elders. The work we do today builds the foundations of movements of tomorrow. We consider our mark on future generations. Ashe.
Ashe.
Self-care means we build resilient spaces by budgeting time, energy, and resources for healing. Self-care is a regular, consistent, intentional, and essential practice. Ashe.
Ashe.
The most directly affected people are experts at their own lives and should be in leadership at the center of our movement in telling their stories directly. Ashe.
Ashe.
Training and leadership development should be fundamental. Our movement must constantly grow and leadership must constantly multiply. Ashe.
Ashe.
Before we break, I want to give just a quick shout out. I may talk about this a bit more to the 419 Lock Show, and a shout out to Sunkiss. She Speaks. Man, both the mothers were there. Sunkiss mother was there. She Speaks mothers were there. I guess a few people's mom was there. And it was just a great event. Later on in our show, we're going to show some pictures from, I think, Sunkiss page or She Speaks page. But everything was planned excellent, executed excellent. The models were great. The participants were great. The entertainment was great. So, man, shout out to them. So we're going to take a short break, come right back with, what are we coming back with? Oh, with with the 419 Lock Show. And I've got something from the Final Call newspaper to present. This is the CSRN podcast, a week in review. We'll be right back.
Canal.
En esta hermosísima ciudad de Orlando.
I'm here in Barranquilla, Colombia, and in sunny Miami. Daytona Beach, mis amigos, that's where we're at today.
Desde la ciudad de Cartagena, Colombia.
We are in Orlando right now, here in Florida.
I'm Helene Sheets, Director of Marketing and Communications at beautiful Lourdes University, and we've been a proud sponsor and supporter of Voces Latinas TV for over a decade. It has been a fantastic partnership. It's been our doorway into the Latino community. We've met so many incredible people, created so many partnerships. Our students absolutely love the connections we've made through Voces Latinas TV, and we're looking forward to at least another decade, 2 decades.
All right, we're back. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. And I wanted to talk about the 419 Lock Show, and they had it at the Blarney downtown. It's my first time coming in there for whatever. And they had an event center on the side. Did you know about that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. And
I sponsored some of it.
Okay, and I think you also sponsored the one I was at on Sunday too.
That was the Lock Show.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I sponsored that.
All right. So man, I'm in good company today. All right.
And you got to be there. I had to be at work, but that is where my life is kind of transitioning towards. But we'll talk about that.
Right. So in transition, and you know that every week we open up and I introduce myself as one of the co-founders of CSRN, and I say that I'm an active and registered member of the Nation of Islam, and I've been a member of the Nation of Islam for 35 years, and I think it was in April of 1991. I went to the mosque for the first time here in Toledo. I heard what the brothers and sisters had to say. And Jody, I was like, sign me up. All right. I don't know. You just don't sign up like that, but I was like, sign me up. And it's been an awesome journey. I've never met the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in person. All right. Of course, I've been in the same room, but I've never just met like, hey, assalamu alaikum, sir. I've never met like that. My wife has, and I've got some people that's close to me that has. And every week, myself and the brothers get out with the Final Call newspaper, and that's the newspaper that's published by us with dynamic articles that are national. CSRN, we've had a few. Right, 2 articles in there concerning our Black Lives Matter Awards. And this week's edition, I'm going to put it up on the screen. This week's edition is regarding our beloved mother, Khadijah Farrakhan. She had passed just a few days ago on Saturday. And I found this out on our way to distribute the Final Call newspaper, and I found out via text. I guess other people were online when the Nation of Islam issued the official statement on this. And yes, it's a terrific blow to for those of us that are members, for those who support us, for those who like what we do. And anytime there's a passing or transition or departure of any one of our beloved brothers and sisters, either in the Nation of Islam or out, it's always a terrific loss. And what I wanted to do was read our statement regarding Mother Khadija Farrakhan. And you can find this in this week's edition of the Final Call newspaper. And this is a statement from our Shura Executive Council. That's the men and women that are charged with guiding the Nation of Islam. And it says, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent and Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. Assalamu alaikum. This is June 27, 2006. Maybe I should share it. Give me a second, family.
Oh, we got time.
Yeah, I'm going to just share the statement, and no need for me to read it in like I got a lock on something. Right. Let's see if I could do this. Last few times we've tried to share some things. I don't know what happened. We just weren't able to do it. Yeah, let me see if I could do a couple other things on this.
Awesome. And,
okay.
Wow.
Good.
He's up. Wait, do we got dead space? No dead space.
No dead space.
Dead space.
No dead space at all. All right. Yeah, let me get back into this. And thanks everybody for being patient. It says, "O souls that are at rest, return to thy Lord, well pleasing. So enter among my servants and enter into my gardens." That's from the Holy Quran, chapter 89, verse 27 to 30. It says, "The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, with deep sadness, yet profound gratitude to Allah, informs you that his beloved wife of 72 years, the First Lady of the Nation of Islam, Mother Khadija, has returned to Allah. May Allah be pleased. We thank Allah for the precious life of a loving wife, mother, and faithful and devoted follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Mother Khadija will forever be cherished and remembered. May Allah give his unequal comfort to the family as we mourn this tremendous loss and lift the family in our prayers and thoughts. Allah, there is no God but He. He gives life, and to Him is our eventual return." And this is signed by your brother and servant, student minister Ishmael R. Muhammad, on behalf of the Executive Shura Council. It says, "Services for Mother Khadija Farrakhan. Mother Khadija Farrakhan will lie in state Wednesday, July 1st, and Thursday, July 2nd at Mosque Mariam at the National Center. That's located at 7351 South Stony Island Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. The Janazah service will be held on Friday, July 3rd at Mosque Mariam at 11 a.m. The interment will immediately follow at Oakwood Cemetery, and that's located at 1035 East 67th Street, and that's also in Chicago. So at this time, what myself and a lot of the other brothers are doing, those of us that can travel, we will. Those of us who will stay behind, yet still make sure that the work gets done, because the work still has to be done. And this is a tremendous, tremendous loss for all of us. And we offer the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan comfort. We offer him our condolences, and we continue to strive, even if it means that, even if it means we continue doing what we do while we grieve. All right, that's what I believe that we should continue to do. Let's not take this as an opportunity to lie in sorrow so long that it affects us in a negative way. We're talking about men's mental health care, all right? And what should we be doing right now? We should be honoring those who've gone before us and not making their passing a burden. I don't believe that they would want us to lay down and quit or lay down and just be stuck. We should continue striving on. So Hey, pick up this week's edition of the Final Call newspaper. We have at least 15 to 20 editions of this newspaper at Mont Branch Library. You'll find them at Bobby Howard's at the corner of Nebraska and Indiana. You'll find them at Yummy's on Nebraska and Powell's Beauty Supply, which if you've got hair or you don't have hair and you want to massage your scalp, that's the place where we need to buy all of our hair products. And if they don't have it there, ask them at Powell's to order it for you. All right. We need to spend our money with those that support us. So once again, our condolences for Mother Khadijah Farrakhan and the Farrakhan family. She is a stalwart of the Nation of Islam. And most times for our leaders, it's most likely that the men are the first to go and we leave the women behind. So that didn't happen. And everything happens by Allah's active or permissive will. That's not for me to say or anyone else to say. But find us in the streets this week with this issue of the Final Call newspaper. We accept the donation, but if you don't have it, that's not going to stop me from gifting you this week's edition of the Final Call. And I want to end this story on a serious note because there's a article in this week's Final Call newspaper dealing with racism in America. And I think this is on page 5 or 7. And the headline is 250 years later, black and white still cannot coexist in peace. And this article is from Sister Anissa Muhammad, who's a staff writer at the Final Call newspaper. And this is what she says. It says that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, eternal leader of the Nation of Islam, warned black people that separation from white Americans is the best and only solution. It says that there is no such thing as living in peace with white Americans. You and I have tried without success, he wrote in the book, Message to the Black Man in America. And that chapter was entitled Separation, Independence. You'll find that on page 204. It says that black people's 471 years sojourn in America has been marked by slavery, suffering, death, and mistreatment at the hands of white people and the United States government. And as the country prepares to commemorate and celebrate its 250-year anniversary of its founding, it's become more evident and clear that black and white still cannot coexist in peace. During the first half of 2026, white people have shot at racial slurs and have attacked black people who simply living their lives. Below is a timeline and compilation of some of those incidents, and it goes from February 13th all the way up to now. So pick up this week's edition of the Final Call newspaper. Somebody has to ring the alarm. Somebody has to speak truth to power, unbounded, unbowed, and unmanipulated. So pick up this week's edition of the Final Call. In closing that bookend, I talked about the 419 Lock show earlier. That was on Sunday, Jody. You had also, your business also was a sponsor for this.
It's I'll send you the updated one.
Yeah,
okay.
but your presence was felt, and
I'm listed in the list of sponsors.
Right, and She Speaks was the host, and they asked me to come in and do the drumming and create pictures and help to set the tone. And heck, whether I was there or not, the tone was set by the invite from Sunkiss and all those who organized that. So by the time I got there, Jody, the vendors were there. There was a sister that was the DJ. Her name is Breezy. And
DJ Breeze.
She had she had the perfect set, the perfect music, And when it was time for me to drum, she's like, well, what do you want? Hey, look, whatever you play, we're going to make it happen. So she would play some things and I would drum with it. And then I would stop and, talk with the audience. It was perfect. And then She Speaks got on the mic. I got on the mic. I'm like, man, this is like old times. So I should write a rap with her. All right. Just for party stuff like that. So that was excellent. And I want to just show some pictures from that. I'm gonna have to find somebody's Facebook page in order to do that. Let's see.
I know Robin has some, and so the Sun Kiss.
Right.
A lot of people have been posting about it. I'm glad, even though I had to be in the kitchen, I got to see a lot of great shows. Because last year it was all of us together and everything. So, responsibilities and dates to get in this house.
That's right. That's right. And hey,
at least I could be there. I was able to help out a family friend of mine and help some funds for their mom's funeral and stuff like that. And I was actually able to show up and commune with them in the park and everything like that. So, you don't have to be on every billboard or at every event, which I'm woefully learning after this past year to stay involved and mentioned. Again, I just got asked to do a workshop for poetry, and it's been a minute. This will actually be my first workshop, but go on with the photos.
All right. Okay. All right. So right here, you've got sun-kissed and having makeup, getting in, I guess, inherent makeup. I don't know what they call it. So don't holler at me. All right. Don't get at me. Right here was one of the vendors that had a lot of really nice jewelry and things. Another one of the ladies getting their makeup on. Those were all of the vendors that were there. A lot of the models, man, there was a lady, her hair, I can't even explain it. All right. Can't even explain. And there's also some pictures outside with some of the participants. Right here is myself and She Speaks. We were on the mics looking like, hey, looking like we was rocking the mic. And right here is a picture of all of the participants, the vendors, the organizers outside. This was phenomenal. So big shout out to Sun Kiss, or some call her Najwa, for arranging
the mic, respect your crown.
Yeah, and
everything.
And everybody that was a part of this. Such a great job for everybody that was a part of this. So, Jody, that's what I wanted to share. And once again, they did a phenomenal job. And the Blarney didn't pay me to say this, but the staff there were present for everything that she needed, for everything. And that was a great event, great location, beautiful day, and I can't say enough about it. But and I'm glad that I was present for that.
Yes, I'm glad that you were able to make it, and all the other people. I know it was a sold out show and everything, and then there's another one coming very soon for that too. They have the Paint and Sip coming up. I believe I want to say that's the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Going to look for the flyer now myself, but that is the 12th. So,
okay.
So hopefully it'll be a very good spot for her to be creative and open it, as I know she's been trying to find different venues and spaces to host different things, so you're not always going to the same spot all the time.
True. Look, however she's doing it, let her cook. All right. She's doing it. However she's doing it. And you can find her at respectyourcrown.com. Check out her website. Hey, I'm doing an advertising for her. Check out her website, see what she's doing. She also has a lot of different natural hair care and skin products. I'm gonna stop saying but check out our website. All right. I think that's all I needed to do for this part. As we go into community shout outs and updates, are there some things that you've been seeing in the community that you wanted to give a shout out to?
Well, unfortunately, my weekends are gone, so the updates are going to be kind of relegated to just what I could see. Of course, the 419 Lock Show, and there were some other things going on. See if we can run through the days of what we have in the past.
All right, let's go.
1 second here. So last week we had going on was the TRL open mic at the Black Kite Coffee Shop. Next show they'll be doing is going to be at Handmade. So if you like open mics and everything, check them out on Tuesdays. There's also one at Toll House that happens every Tuesday. So that's still going on. Check them out. They are every other week. So this might be their week as well to go on either this week or next week. Following that, we had the Arts and Equity Collective Survivors Ball. Shout out to Mo Poetry Phillips, also the part board of that and everything. But they had their, which one was this? I want to say it's the 8th annual.
Mm-hmm.
No, 5th annual. 5th annual. And even somebody from our little neck of the woods, JG Juggernaut.
Okay.
Great poet from, I mean, not back in the day, but one of the few of us that's actually won Grammys for poetry and stuff like that. And they had somebody named Masterpiece and EJ, can't pronounce your last name, and T Spirit, which is another friend that's on a circuit of poets and everything that I've met over the years. And it was at the Kennedy Heights Art Center in the Linder Annex. And that was in Cincinnati. Hopefully to be getting back out there at some point in time and do some events with them and some more board networking and stuff like that. Saturday, June 27th was the Love and Laughter Summer Edition. Now, this was at the Eastwood Theater. And while I was at work, I was told some things and stuff like that. You know, celebrities will be celebrities. And if they offer somebody a seat to the BET Awards, I doubt very much that they're not going to break contract and stuff like that.
Okay.
But for all the people that did go and I heard and stuff, they still had a good time and they were kind of understanding. I mean, the people that wanted just to see him, you know, they refunded everybody, as I've been told and stuff like that. But it was very good for the community, as I am an East Sider. So that is the first time something big or major has been in that theater since it closed down during the pandemic. That was awesome. I know a whole bunch of other performers were on there. Some of my coworkers like Jasmine Carswell, who does Skinny and Heels and stuff. And everything was a part of that show. So, of course, Sunday was the 419 Lock Show at the Blarney Event Center.
Yep.
There was also All That's Left for You, film screening and community conversation. This was at One Discovery Way in Toledo, Ohio, I believe. That's the Imagination Station. I want to say that's the one, Imagination Station, One Discovery Way, but it was filmed by Sharon Dabas.
Yep.
I pronounced that right. But that was what was going on for last week. If there's anything that you guys see, just like with our commercial stuff and you want it to be known, send us a thing. I know upcoming, here's some of the events that are going to be happening. And then Brother Washington has a list for you. I have a list for you. And then we'll go on to the 5 minutes of heat.
All right.
So things that are going on in between the next time you will see us. Yeah, happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Happy Asian Heritage Month. Make sure that you're going outside. I know it's hot right now if you're anywhere in the Midwest inside this bubble, but you can go outside, do some nature, go to the park, have a picnic, do some stuff like that. See, there's a lot of art classes popping up. So painting in the park and stuff like that around the Toledo area. that you can find, community resources and events. It is summertime, so
that's right.
And you might just pull up at the park and they're already doing something that doesn't need you to register or require you to be there. Just like, hey, they're doing some stuff. Upcoming this week, though, and shout out to Deborah Sue and Historic Vistula Association. There's some other words there, but we had a community day that went on. Unfortunately, again, me being at work, couldn't make it, but shout out to Clayton and Z and Deborah and all my other board members that were involved in making the bike sale and the community day. You can see it on my page, a great thing that happened from last weekend. And going forward into this week, this Saturday, there's the Stars and Stripes Market with live music by Chris Slayer. I'm pretty sure that's all the patriotic 4th of July stuff going on. So you might not need me to tell you what's going on because by now you might have already had your stuff picked out.
True.
But this is, I believe, our downtown fireworks. So whoever, no offense, but whoever Chris Slayer is, that's going to be the music that they have. It's Saturday starting at 6 o'clock. If you're curious about our fireworks here in Toledo, and they normally start at dark. So that's at 6. I would expect to see fireworks maybe about 8:30, 9 o'clock. But there should be a schedule up. Toledo is very good with putting all that information up. Also, this Saturday at 9 p.m., there is fireworks. It's an event by a whole bunch of friends of mine. It's going to be a fireworks on the patio at Jamaican Spice, 1540 West Sylvania Avenue. There's a lot of artists on there. Weird Science, Gia Lee, Shayla Chanel, Low Keys, Roz Accurate, and a whole bunch of other people doing that right now. There is the Hold the Vision, Wednesday, July 8th, which will be when we come back, but that's going to be at Mind and Soul Gallery and Studios. So that is going on right now. And that is all the stuff that I see for right now going on. Probably going to take a commercial break.
Yeah, we will.
And come back with the list from me, Brother Washington, and then 5 minutes of heat.
All right. So when we come back, we're going to, one of the things that we do that I think a lot of people find difficult is to promote other people that are actually doing good work. And there's some people out here that are already doing it. So instead of me trying to have another Juneteenth parade or have another Juneteenth celebration program at the, what is that park called? The Gladys City Park?
Mm-hmm.
You see, there's already people doing it. So why even duplicate it? Just join them. So when we come back, I'm going to share somebody's page that put together a really nice list of some things coming up. So we'll do that when we come back. This is the CSRN podcast, a weekend review. We'll be right back.
Audio Jungle.
Now you can get the same uncompromising truth you've come to expect from the Final Call newspaper on all your connected devices. Subscribe to the Final Call Digital Edition today. Go to subscribe.finalcalldigital.com.
All right, we are back. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. And when we left, we're about to start winding it down, Jody. But before we left, we talked about some of the other events coming up. And I think that what we do here is different because we're promoting other people who don't even know that we're promoting them. And I want to spotlight Alexia Sims. Her and a few others helped to put together the Juneteenth parade. And I saw a post from her earlier, I guess it was today or yesterday, and it was a list of events coming up. And I want to share that. Let's see, where's she at? Okay, that's what I want to share. And let's bring it up on our page. Uh-oh, I don't know what I just did. Hold on. Hold on, Jody. I think I did something wrong on this page. All right, here we go. All right, let's do this again. I want to share some things that I saw her share. I'm trying to find my share button again. I don't know why I did that. Here we go. All right, internet, don't hate on me today. Here we go. All right, this is what I wanted to share. These are some events that's coming up, and she laid it out pretty well on her page. And the first is a Peace Over Pain community cookout. This is going to be at the Glass City Metro Park regarding our young people to stand together, show up, and choose peace. That's going to be Thursday. From 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. All right. The next, how did I lose that one? Okay, the next one is all right. The next is Unleaded, or the Junction Coalition are talking about lead and getting the lead out of our homes. This is going to be on Thursday, July 23rd, Friday, July 24th at the Toledo Main Branch Library. Let's see, am I still showing that? Yeah, I am. I want to make that a bit bigger, Jody, though. Let's see. Okay, there I did. All right.
Awesome.
The next is through the Y, Rise and Thrive. That's going to be in August. So she did a pretty good job of making sure some of these things are planned out. This is at the Women Palmer Y. We had our mayoral forum there, and there was a Juneteenth program there. This is going to be Saturday, August 8th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I feel like you, Jody, doing this. All right. And then lastly, this is going to be the Young Leaders Collective, young people making it happen. There's going to be a town hall takeover for young people, and this is going to be where it's going to be at the main library. When it's going to be July 1st, I think that's tomorrow. All right. from 5:30 to 7:30. Real issues, real solutions, real change, and come and check out our young people doing something positive in the community. Lastly, what did I want to promote? I wanted to promote Eden Community Garden, Jody. Every Sunday, Eden Community Garden meets at the 300 block of Boston Place. Where's the flyer at? All right, this is the flyer from the from our grand opening for 2026 season. But every Sunday at 4 p.m., join us there. Bring your gloves. Bring some wear some clothes that you don't mind getting dirty, and really just share a really great time with us at Eden Garden. And lastly, it's Men's Mental Health Month, and I wanted to state some facts about men and our mental health. And this is from the one of the local mental health pages, and it says that, what does it say here? It says that worldwide, men are 1.8 times more likely to commit suicides than women. In Western countries, the number rises to 3.5 times. It said men are less likely to seek mental health than women. Men tend to hold more negative opinions of obtaining mental health than women. And specifically, Western countries, we live in one, women are 1.6 times more likely to seek mental health than men. So one of the things that us as men have to do to change that really is starting to push back on some of those things that we were told, that you don't talk about it, that you be strong. Strong men don't have problems. Strong men don't talk about it. We walk it off. We don't ask questions. What you don't know don't hurt you. And those are the same types of things that are killing us. So we want to really make sure that for us as men, that's for you and me, Jody, that we start those types of conversations with other men, because I think that our silence regarding these things are hurting us more than helping us. So for Men's Mental Health Month, find a qualified person to talk to. We had Carter Thomas on. We had our brother Cecil Holston's, I think is the second, on. And there's many others in the community that you can reference and talk to. And it's okay for us to talk. It's okay for us to talk about some things that we don't understand. It's okay for us to talk about some difficult things. So, man, let's get that conversation started. So, Jody, those are the things that I wanted to share. Once you share yours, we'll get into our 5 minutes of heat and close this down for the night.
That was your list?
Yeah, that was my list.
Yes. See, I always feel like I'm long-winded with stuff. But yeah, so actually, and hopefully I will be done with this by the end of August, I'm hoping, and it'll be published and up and out and everywhere like that. When I first started the childhood trauma series, there was a list that I came up with. It was called the self-care checklist, basically built on the principle of repetitive actions. And if you can do something for 30 days, that some of those habits and some of those things will stick. So let me find this here. This is just one of the days, and in the book it'll be 30 days. And this was also, again, written during the childhood trauma series. So there'll be 30 pictures and discussing, because I'm not a counselor, I'm not a professional in this. This is just my experiences given life. So let me find one of the days here. Trying not to have dead space.
Yeah, because I was reading the men's mental health.
Yeah, and I'm having a little bit of a family thing here, so trying to close apps and move all the apps around. But just one moment, and we shall have it here. It's a couple of years back in my notes and everything.
And while you're reading that, just wanted to let everybody know that there are over 151 men living in the United States. Depression affects over 6 million men every year. Over 3 million men suffer from panic disorder, agoraphobia, or some other phobia. More than 1 million men suffer from bipolar disorder. There are 3.5 million people that are diagnosed with schizophrenia. 90% of those who are diagnosed by age 30 are men. So, fellas, as you proceed, make sure you keep in mind that we can be concerned about our mental health. We can be concerned about what's happening to you or a loved one. And if you're not alone with your struggle, there are other men out here like myself that work in this field, that talk with men daily about what's going on, and we don't have to be judgmental. We don't have to be quick to think we have an answer, and sometimes we can just listen.
Yep.
And are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So again, this is just part of the list. It changes randomly throughout the 30 days. There'll be stuff added in. There'll be stuff taken out based on, just so it's not repetitive, but it will be the same list of stuff that hopefully some of them will stick with you. So,
all right.
Are you safe? Are you home? Did you sleep today? Did you eat today? Did you celebrate today? Have you checked in on family today? Has family checked in on you today? Did you check in on your own mental health today? Did you do your own research today? Have you committed a selfless act today? Were you happy today? Did you laugh today? Have you hugged someone today? Have you heard or told someone, I love you today? Were you depressed today? Were you sad today? Did you accomplish any goals today? Did you set any goals today? Did you cry today? Have you taken a moment for yourself today? Did you create anything today? Did you cook today? Did you clean today? Did you reorganize your own space today? Were you angry today? Did you try something new today? Did you go outside today? Did you celebrate a friend or family member today? Have you checked in on friends today? Have friends checked in on you today? Have you thanked your creator for your existence today? Did you smile today? Please check in.
All right.
So
I felt like that had kind of a 5 minutes of heat vibe to it.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle of that too, but it's more of so you'll go through the book, you'll see the stuff, and then you'll check off the list. By the end of the book, you can flip it over and then see how well you're doing. It's again not meant to be. You need to check off everything to be happy and stuff like that. This is more of a just a reminder of things that most people kind of forget throughout the day by the time they leave their door or come back or don't. Some people, especially, still now have to be reminded to come in and leave out and all that good stuff. So, yeah, hopefully when I publish it, people will like it. I'm probably not going to do too many physical copies on this one because it's a self-checklist.
Right.
So if I do it, it'll be paperback. I don't think this one will be a hardcover, and this will be my transition into volume 3 of the childhood trauma series, which is pretty much done. I'm just kind of waiting on some closing pieces, but that's not going to be until like 2027, 2028. Give people some breath from the last volume.
All right. And in closing, if you like what we do.
No.
Oh, you have some more?
We have 2 minutes of heat. That was the list.
Oh, no. Right. We do that. Don't we do that first? Or do we?
You was about to try to end the show.
No. We're not going to end the show. We're going to, we talk about our, if they want to support, and then I get into the 5 minutes of heat. After the 5 minutes of heat, we shut it down.
Yep.
All right. So if there's something that you've seen that you like, if you want to support us, you can support us and follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, listen to us on Spotify, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're looking to get at least 100,000 subscribers. That way they can send us our plaque in the mail. And if you want to support us, you can support us via via Cash App. That's the hashtag CSRN Toledo 419. PayPal is CSRN 419. We do have some of our Black Lives Matter signs, and also we have our defund the Toledo police signs readily available. If you don't like how the Toledo police's last decision on when they investigated themselves and they found that they'd done nothing wrong, all right, and they made that girl apologize for hitting the ground too hard when they slammed her, all right? I said what I said. And one of the things that we do when it's time to close a meeting or our podcast, we add in creative expression. And we have something called 5 Minutes of Heat, and that title derives from 5 Minutes of Funk by Houdini. I'm gonna find out just when that song was produced. And we took that, we flip it as we do with a lot of the things that you see from our backboard that you see right here to a lot of the things that you see in our studio. We take so many things from the Black liberation struggle and the international liberation struggle, and we find a place for it, all right? And we have something called 5 Minutes Heat, and Jody, for the last 12 years, or since the really existence of CSRN, has always been open to provide the creative expression to end our meetings or end our podcast. So what do you have for us today?
All righty. So I am going to take you back to May 2024. One of the pieces that were, again, in the mental health section of the Childhood Trauma Series, Volume 1, 1 Year in the Mirror, where I was just getting this, I guess, cadence of stuff. It's one of the few pieces that actually have never been memorized, but it has been like everywhere in mental health groups. I believe when we went to either Columbus or DC, it was spoken there.
All right.
It's was one of the pieces, one of my last pieces when I opened the Huntington Center for the African American Festival, which is happening in a couple weeks from now, the 21st. But I was the first ever poet to do it at the Huntington Center, and hopefully I kicked the door hard enough for other poets to do something as a feature or opener at the Huntington Center, since it's never been done before. But either way, this piece is called 2 Minutes of Your Time. Getting men out there, especially for us, I hope you got a chance to vent properly today. I hope you found somewhere to place or talk to someone for your own emotional state. You are enough. It's okay to cry. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to be creative, because that's another thing men are just not told that they can really do. I mean, it's more accepted now, but
yeah,
you know,
I get it.
If you have kids, just be present. Every father is not going to be like the role model father or whatever that, I guess, magical fairy tale thing is. So if you have kids, see them. If you can't, you know, do something in your presence that they can be involved. And if you're single and all that stuff, you know, single things are good until they become a pair. I don't know what I'm talking about in the last end, but either way,
let's get on with it.
Let's begin. Peace. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Wherever you might be in the world, I appreciate you for reading. To whoever might be reading this or listening to this, it's going to be okay. I may not know you or even get a chance to meet you in this lifetime, but some part of me is present with you at this moment, and I want to say it's going to be okay. Life is hard, and we all have our difficulties to face. But as long as you're still willing to get back up and find better ways to accomplish your goals, and investigate. Yes, investigate why you failed, not try again and get the same results. It's going to be okay. I don't know what part of life this might have reached you at, but I can tell you, even if I am no longer here to recite these words, it's going to be okay. Give yourself time. Take a deep breath. Yes, take a deep breath. Have you done it? Okay. Now think about all the things in life you had to face before this moment. Did you survive them? Are you present now to make a decision? Yes, make a decision that will better your life. So I believe you will survive. Yes, survive whatever is troubling you at this moment, and it's going to be okay. There's one small favor. Yes, one small favor I have to ask. If you are reading this or hearing this, give yourself a hug. Yes, give yourself a hug. In this moment, because the next might be too late, I want you to tell yourself, I love you. And thank you, yes, thank you for all the mistakes we've made along our journey, because they are ours to own, and they make us the most unique individual creation has inspired. It's okay. If you look weird, yes, weird to the person next to you who may not know, yes, may not know why you are loving on yourself so hard. Healing is a process. And it's okay, yes, it's okay if it takes a lifetime, because it's the only way, yes, only way you'll get to know yourself. I hope this moment helped. And if there's someone, yes, someone still staring at you strangely, you're more than welcome to pass this message along. It's going to be okay. I may not be here for your darkest moments, yes, darkest moments or greatest joys, but in this moment, we have eternity. Thank you for reading. I hope you have a better morning, afternoon, evening, and night in peace.
And as always, we snap our fingers. I want to thank you for that. And as we're closing out Men's Mental Health Month, and think about that checklist that you read, Jody. Think about some of the stigma that's attached to us getting help. And as always, all lives can't matter until Black lives matter. And Black lives can't matter until all Black lives matter. Justice or else?
Yeah.
Peace.